Hey everybody, it's Tracy from Tracy's Art and Craft, and so today I'm going to be putting together some more pages ready for my journal, and I'm going to be choosing out what order I want my pages, and I'm also going to probably go and choose some ribbons that I want to use. So I thought I'd show you what this journal looks like so far. It's going to be a super grungy journal, so I've taken a book cover. I had stained and grunged up all the backgrounds. I've then added on loads of pieces, laces, and I've added the holes ready for putting in the signature. Left the back quite plain, I usually do. I'm having made for me by my son's girlfriend's sister. I'm having made for me by her some book plates to put onto the backs of my journals with my name on. So I will probably have that by the time I've finished, because this is going to take me quite some time, this journal. It's going to be really fast. It's going to end up being a gator mouth, which is when they don't close and they're like this. And this is kind of the size I'm going to be aiming for, so it's a really chunky girl. I haven't got a name for her yet. I haven't got a feel for her just yet. Obviously I have to feel the insides first before I get a feel for her. But yep, this is going to be another very feminine one. I really do want to start making some masculine ones soon, because I just haven't got any for the lads out there, you know, for the men out there. I've got some beautiful book covers that I can use for men's ones. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get some men's ones, probably on the next one put out there. So we have some gents out there too. Yeah, so I am going to put in my pages. The first ones I've already done, and they look like this. I have already paper clipped them so that they're all together, but they will change. I've got some doilies coming today, which will go into here. They're being delivered today. I may also put some book page in here. So far each signature has 13 pages. I don't usually go over 10, but this is going to be a chunky girl. And also I'm going to be sewing on the pages before I put them in. So this is where I'm going to be working the pages quite a bit before I go and put them, sew them into the signature. So that's the first one. So that's why they're not sewn in yet, and they're just being made and put together. So what I've done is I've taken a card and I've cut it to the exact size that I want my papers. And here I have collected all the papers that I do want. So what I have been doing, so I'll just put this out of my way. I've been taking 1 or 2 pages, folding them in half, I have my bone folder here, so that would help, wouldn't it? A nice crease along the line. I put down my card, and then I put my ruler along the edges, my metal ruler, and then I just tear the paper. And I've been doing this with all of them because I wanted a nice torn edge, and all of that goes into my scrap pot. All these scraps will be used within the journal. I'm going to make some belly bands with them. I decorate pieces with them. In this one, even though I'm using digital pieces, most of this is going to be collage work. And it is going to be full. It's going to be highly decorated, this one. So this is ideal for somebody who wants to do journaling but isn't crafty. So somebody who isn't artistic enough to be doing all of the craft stuff, but they want a beautiful journal because they write in their journal and things. And there are people out there who just don't have a crafty eye but do want these beautiful items in their home or to leave as keepsakes. And the reason I journal is so that one day I will be gone. That is just a fact. And I want to leave behind something for my children that isn't monetarily connected. So, you know, say I've got jewellery, if I left that to my children, I would expect them to use it when times got hard to create cash. But something like this isn't going to be worth money, something like my journal, but will be worth so much more in memories and love and remembering me by. And you know, when I first started this YouTube, I thought, oh, I'm going to embarrass my children, I'm going to be such an embarrassing mum, and I don't want to do that. Then when I got thinking about it, I thought, one day when I'm gone, my voice will still be out there, and my children, you know, will have something that they can look back on. And I know that sounds very morbid, of course it does, you know, we don't usually think about those sort of things, do we? We like to avoid them. But the truth is, you know, a few years back when I was diagnosed with my brain condition, I was very scared. The symptoms mimic very closely those of a brain tumour. And I was very, very scared. And it makes you think when you hit that fear about how you're not guaranteed what you get in life. You're not guaranteed old age. You're not guaranteed, you know, to see your children grow up, or for your children to have you there until you're a burden, as it's seen in the West. You need taken care of. All of that isn't guaranteed. Every day isn't guaranteed. So it does make you think about, what do I want for the future? What do I want to leave behind? And that's made me a better person. What do I want to leave behind? Well, I want to help people who suffer things that I suffer, that I have experience of. Loneliness is one. I have great experience of that. Anxiety, depression. I have great experience. Maybe one day this brain condition, I don't feel like I could help people right now with it, because I can't even really say what it is unless it's to people that I'm close with. It's quite hard for me to admit that I have. So, you know, maybe one day I'll be able to help people with it though. But what do I want to leave for my children? Well, I'd like to leave them memories. When you get bits like this, they don't bother me. Sometimes I leave them and sometimes I'll take them off. Today I will be taking them off, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to snip them. But any pages that I don't like because they look like they've been cut, I just get my scissors, I open them. Let me just show you quickly. I get my scissors and I open them, and just where I've cut, I'll just run my scissors over like this. And that gives a torn look too. So if you're actually cutting your papers with scissors, or maybe you didn't want to cut the bottom, you could just go over with your scissors like this, and you can get a really nice torn edge look without actually tearing the paper. And so yeah, I've been thinking about what I would like to leave behind, and strangely, I've come to terms with the videos. I think actually, you know, my children don't seem to be embarrassed by me. I don't think they really watch me. At the beginning they did, they wanted to give me views, bless them, and things. But now I don't think they watch me. I think they just get on with their lives, which is exactly what I expect and want anyway. But it does leave something out there, and I think, well, wouldn't it be lovely if I had that of my parents? Something long lasting of their voice. My dad is a DJ, so I do have some things that I will have of my dad, but not of my mother. So yeah, the condition made me think differently, but it also made me a better person. It made me think of others, and other things as well. I'm growing out all my hair dye. I'm letting my grey hair come in. I went grey very young. My first grey hair come through when I was 15. I've got partial grey hairs and a patch at the front of my head, a bit like oh, I can't think of the actress's name. She's got just a patch of white hair at the front. But yeah, now half my head is greyer than the other half, which is strange. I look a little like Cruella de Vil. But I am growing out all of my grey because, you know, I've come to terms with it. Grey is a privilege. It's a privilege to go grey. It's a privilege to get older. Every day we get is a privilege. And there are some people out there that they would have done anything to be able to be grey, to get to that point where their hair went grey. You know, there's loved ones out there who would have loved to see their family members have gotten to that age. So I think it's important we walk through life remembering those that don't get and appreciating what we have. You know, Christmas is a perfect time for this because there are children out there who don't get to see a Christmas present this year. And, you know, my kids, they go to Scouts Brownies and they're making little shoe boxes up of gifts for children abroad. But remember, there are kids on your doorstep who this year may only get 1 or 2 presents, may this year not get to have luxury food to eat this Christmas Day. You know, may have just something small to eat. They may be cold, the heating might not be able to go on. So I'm going to pull my pages in now. So this is all my pages and they are sort of bunched up. And what I'm going to do is I look for my favourite pages to put into the middle. So not that one. Let's have a look at these ones. What have I got here? So this is where I do scatter things about. When you've cut off quite a lot of the page like I have here, that's not a problem. Sometimes you can cover that with something. But you don't have to cut all your pages. So say you come to a page like this and you love it and you want to keep it. What you can do is just leave it full size and just fold in. And then you can have that. I'm not doing that in this journal. And any pages that I'm not keen on, I will be covering. All the lace. Shall I have the lace in the middle? Well, you're a possible, so we'll put you over there. I'll put all the others over here. Not you. Not you. This marble is lovely. This is from Jamie B Journals. Like I say, all the digital artists I use are in the description box. This is her mystery number 16. She does do YouTube videos of her mystery ones for little sneak previews, so do go check her out. But I saw the marble and I was like, oh wow, I need that in my life. And it is just absolutely beautiful. So yep, still checking out, seeing if there's anything I would prefer in the middle. If I had folded these on the day of choosing the papers, I'd know what I wanted in the middle. Now I think I'm going to go for this lace in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this way. So remember, you don't have to fold them the way you've originally folded them. You could just fold them back on themselves. I'm going to go like that, I think, with this one. What do we have here? Yes, some coffee dye. There we go. Put that one on. And something quite dark again, but not too dark. Here, this one will do. So this is how I put all my papers together. I may be adding book page amongst all of this when I come to it. But because I'm doing a lot of stitching and things, I'm leaving it as it is for now. I'll be putting doilies in. And then possibly putting doilies in, and then possibly book page after that, and then the book page will go in last of all, ideally. So just looking at what pages I have left, just making sure I get them the way I want them. Make sure they're the right way out. That's another thing, always double check which way you're putting them in, making sure they're always on the right way up. Okay. You this way. You this way. And you this direction. There we go. So they're my main papers. So the first thing I do is I give them another squash, making sure they are all really down in their crease. And I'm just going to pull over my paper clips. I'll just get a couple. 2 usually does me, but if you feel you need more, the better secure it is, the better. The more secure it is, the better. Now, if you don't like it coming out this way, you can just get your ruler and a craft knife or standing knife, and you can just cut down there and then use the scissors to rough it up, or you can just cut down there and keep it nice and crisp. That is fine. I like mine to stick out a little bit, and I've left room for that when measuring on my book. And that's because I put a lot of laces on anyway, so you don't actually see the inconsistencies when it's in the book. And it just helps the laces to sit just right, and it's just how I've come to feel that I like my book. And it comes with practice, knowing how you like it to be. So I pop one on this side at the top, and then I pop one on this side, on the opposite side at the bottom. And for me, that holds my papers perfectly and firmly. If, for instance, you wanted to know where your top and front is, it's always a good idea to get an extra paper clip, or maybe even a different colour one. I've got like a red one here that I could use if I wanted a different colour one. Put it on the top and front outer corner, because you don't usually have a paper clip on the outer corner, so that will let you know where the top and front is. So I could do that. I would definitely need to do that, for instance, with this one, because the outside you can't tell what is top and front. So what I do is I have a little look, see which way the writing is correct. If it was the wrong way, for instance, the writing would come on, open up. If it's the wrong way, the writing and everything would be upside down. So I know this is top and front. So I'm going to put it on the outside corner here. And yes, you do have to move your paper clips around if you're going to decorate pages first, but that's fine. Just remember to keep popping this on top. Just keep putting it on. So if you're going to take a page out, take the page out and then put this straight back on. And there we go. That is all my pages. They're going to look absolutely lovely in here. So if you just want to double check to make sure they fit, butt them up against the spine, close your book around them, and you can see I have a tiny bit of room here to put the laces. Now when I put the laces in, it's going to come out to what I've extended. So if you put lace on the outside of your book, you add a bit of extension to the book really. The laces are going to come just past this book bit here. And so it will be about here. So these will still cover the laces, which is what I wanted. That's what I was aiming for. There's going to be just a little bit of room between the pages. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm really excited for this one. It looks thin at the moment, but if you think about just adding normal ephemera without sewing, I would be looking at my book turning out this big, possibly a wider. Once I've done all the sewing, added in extra doilies, extra book pages, and it's going to be a super full one, more than average, it's going to be looking like this already. So already there's a lot of pages in there. Again, you'll know what size that creates by experience. So I've been making these, but haven't been selling them, just making them for years now, a couple of years now. And I was gifting them to people, I was using them myself. But now I've become so good at it, I make them so quickly that my house is filling up with them. And so I thought I'd sell them to pass them on so they actually get used, because they're not going to get used otherwise. And you know, the people around me only need so many journals, they don't need this many. So yeah, that is that. I'm absolutely loving it. The pages are all put together. And I hope you're enjoying it too. I'll come back, probably next time I come back, I'll show you a few that I've sewn and then we'll do some ephemera together. I really want to do my tag notebooks in the way that I do them. To show you how to do them. There are lots of people on YouTube that do them. There's probably someone out there that does them the same as me. I haven't come across a YouTuber doing them this way because that's just not what I've seen. This was just something I made when I was making a tag one day, and I've been making them since then. So I haven't actually learnt this off a YouTuber, but I'm not going to say there isn't a YouTuber out there doing it, because there is. So I definitely want to do that next time. And yeah, I'm sure there's a few other things we can pull together and do together. So I'll leave it there because I'm just waffling on, you know. Just making this so long, and I will see you next time. Thank you, bye for now.